வணக்கம் நண்பர்களே. இதில் நம்ம பைப் சைசிங், லைன் சைசிங், டிஸ்சார்ஜ் ப்ரெஷர் கால்குலேஷன் இதெல்லாம் பார்த்தோம். ஸோ இன்றைக்கும் நம்ம கால்குலேஷன் தான் பார்க்க போகிறோம். ஸோ நத்திங் பட் we are going to see about different pump. Earlier we have seen about centrifugal pump. Now we are going to see about piston pumps, right? So we are going to see about this will come in positive displacement type. The category of positive displacement pumps. So we have a model scenario. We have a piston pump. It is having some few parameters. So based on the parameters, we are going to find out the related parameters, efficiencies like that. So we get into the problem first. So pump is having volumetric displacement. Pump VD is equal to 170 centimeter cube, right? Then we have it is having delivery of or discharge flow rate, you can say 0.0017 meter cube per second. The next thing is we have RPM and rotations per minute, speed of rotation, that is 1500 RPM, and is having discharge pressure. Discharge pressure is having 50 bars, and torque TA is equal to 150 Newton meter, and it is having efficiency of, this is overall efficiency for motor. So overall efficiency of motor is equal to 87%. So that you will take in test 0.87. So these are the available parameters. Based on the available parameters, we have to find out the related parameters like mechanical efficiency, pump hydraulic efficiency, and all of this we are going to find out. So we will go with the first thing, volumetric displacement, which is VD is equal to, this is actually 170 centimeter cube. If you convert this into SI units, so you can go like this, 170 into centimeter divided by 100 whole cube. So you will get it like 0.00017 meter cube per revolution. So volumetric displacement per revolution only, right? So next thing is we are going to find out theoretical discharge. So this is actual discharge. So this is, you can say, actual value. Practically you can measure this on the flow meters, but this is theoretical calculation as per the dimensions of the piston or not, right? So if you go this, the formula is simply given as volumetric displacement multiplied with the RPM. So 0.0017 multiplied with the RPM is 1500. So this is RPM, rotations per minute. We have to take this into RPS, rotations per second. So 1500 divided by 60 will give rotations per second, because then only you can come to know the actual volume. So divided by 60 we'll get it like 0.00425 meter cube per second. So this is the theoretical discharge value. So you know the theoretical discharge and actual discharge, so you can find out the volumetric efficiency. So volumetric efficiency is nothing but the ratio between the actual and theoretical. So QA by QT is equal to 0.0017 divided by 0.00425. You will get the value of around 0.4. That is approximately that is exactly 40%. So volumetric efficiency we have for these parameters is 40%. So next thing is mechanical efficiency. Mechanical efficiency is only related to the piston. So you can find out by using a formula. It is nothing but pressure which is multiplied with the theoretical discharge and divided by torque into omega, right? So in this case you have discharge pressure of 50 bar and multiply with the QT. QT is this is actual and theoretical discharge is this one 0.00425. So actually this pressure is given in bar. So if you go for SI units, you need it in Pascal. So multiply a 10 power 5 value. So 50 into 10 power 5 will give you it in the value of Pascal. So next thing is have TA. So this is torque that was given value 150. So omega is RPM. So RPM we have it in the actual value of 1500, but if you the omega denotes radians value. It's nothing but the rotations only, but we have to take it in radians. To convert that, we just take the actual RPM multiply with the 2 pi divided by 60, because this RPM will be taken into second. To convert this into seconds, we have divided this one by 60, and if you multiply with this the 2 pi, you will get it in radians, right? So if you go by this formula, you will get it like 21250 divided by 23550, which gives you approximately 0.902. So if you take it in percentage, so 90.2% is your mechanical efficiency. So this is the mechanical efficiency of the pump by given parameters, that is 90%, right? Mostly you will get it like this only. So next we are going to find out overall efficiency. Overall efficiency, already we have overall efficiency, but for the pump we have to find out overall efficiency. That is for given only for the motor. So overall efficiency of the pump, which is equal to eta O and eta M. This is mechanical efficiency multiplied with the volumetric efficiency. So we have mechanical efficiency value of around 0.902 multiplied with the volumetric efficiency, we have 0.40. 0.902, this percentage you take this value 902, and this is volumetric efficiency 40%, so you have to take it as 0.4. okay, if you go by this formula, you will get it like overall efficiency is 0.36, right? So this is the actual overall efficiency for the pump, right? So you can find out the overall efficiency by another formula also, that is nothing but the same formula we have used for the same formula we have used for the mechanical efficiency, which is eta m is equal to P into QT by T into omega. So you just replace this QT value by QA, actual discharge, then you will get the overall efficiency of the pump exactly same as 0.36. So you don't need to worry about using different formulas, so both will give you the same exact value. So next thing is we just try to calculate it. The next thing is we have efficiency, mechanical efficiency. So we can calculate the theoretical torque by using the mechanical efficiency. You can calculate the theoretical torque. So what we have as 150 Newton meter is actual torque, so this is theoretical torque, you can calculate it. So that is TT, you can take it as TA into mechanical efficiency multiplied with mechanical efficiency, then you will get actual theoretical one, that is 0. So this is actual torque is 150 multiplied with the efficiency 0.902. so if you do that, you will get it actually like 135.3 Newton meter. So this is the torque that we have needed for this pump, but we have taken 150, so the remaining will be losses. The difference between these two are almost 150 Newton meter is the losses due to mechanical movement or friction and everything, right? So after this we can calculate the power input pump. What is the power input given by the pump? What is the pump actual input power, that we can calculate it. So that is nothing but torque multiplied with the omega. That is nothing but the rotation in the radians. So if you go by this 150 into 1500 multiplied with the 2 pi by 60, so it will give you around 23550 watts. You can take this as 23.550 kilowatt. So this is the pump input. The same wise, by using this one you have to calculate it for motor. So what is the electrical input power? What is electrical input power? So that is nothing but electrical motor output power. So this is the actual power required by the pump. So you take this value, it was given by the motor to pump this flow rate. So divided by the overall efficiency of the motor. Efficiency of motor, that was given in data, this eta MO. So this is the actual power needed, 23.55 divided by 0.87. You get the value of around 27.069. So we'll take approximately 27.07 kilowatt. That is the required power by the motor after all the losses, right? So we have found out the what is the power required. Based on the power required, you can calculate the what is the total cost that was needed. So the total cost per year you have to calculate. Cost per year. You take this as initially power rate multiply, this is the power rate. How many hours we are running? We are running about 12 hours. So time into how many time means it will come into hours and as well as date. So you will get it like 300 days multiplied with the this is the time and you multiply with the unit rate. So if you take all the values 27.07 multiplied with 12 into 300, this is a unit rate. We have given the data as per rupees 12 per kilowatt hour. So take 12, so you'll get it like around 11,69,424 rupees. So this is the total cost of the pump per year that was needed, that was being spent on this also. So if you take losses, so what is the cost loss? So total loss is equal to losses due to motor plus losses due to pump. So if you take the value, so the total overall efficiency of the motor will be, it is 0.87%. So just the remaining will be losses. So we are just neglecting it. We're just subtracting. So the total power required by the motor, that is multiplied plus, and the overall efficiency, if you go for pump, overall efficiency is 36%. So just remove that, multiplied with the power required by the pump, that is not by the motor. If you go by the motor, it is 27 kilowatt. If you go by the pump, it is, as per the calculation, it is 23.55. So by this calculation, so you will get the value of around, you get around 3.5191 plus, for this value you will get around 1 minus 0.36 and multiplied with the 23.55. So you'll get it like 15.072. So this is, you are getting approximately 18.5911. So this is the kilowatt lost by the pump. So this is the additional cost that is we are losing due to running, right? So what is the cost? If you go for the cost, the same thing you have to go for previously have done 0.5911 multiply with the kilowatt hour. So which is 12 into 300 into 12. So if you go by this one, so we'll get it around like 8 lakhs 3,088 rupees. So this is the last amount. Okay guys, if you have any doubts, just ask it in the comment box. Thank you.